But the first and I think possibly largest topic that I want to discuss is a report from Baffle called "Using Your Compliance Budget to Advance Security Priorities." So the initial thesis of the report is as follows: organizations continue to prioritize security and security spending, but that spending is often at odds with a more pressing business priority, regulatory compliance. You noted that, quote, "The best solution is to partner with a compliance/risk/governance teams to address compliance control gaps while advancing the company's security priorities." So these are intriguing ideas in the abstract, and we've talked extensively on the show about regulatory compliance frameworks, from data privacy to requirements from the DoD. So can you speak a bit more concretely, i.e. sort of one level down from the thesis, about the ways that regulatory compliance can be handled independently, allowing more resources to be put into the company's security posture?
Absolutely. So I think the most important thing to notice from a practitioner's perspective, right, which is really what we should all be looking at. We shouldn't be building tools just for the sake of it. It should really solve a problem. It should address what practitioners are looking for. So let's first define sort of security versus privacy, right? Privacy is personal. Privacy is subject rights. Privacy is your and my data, and where does it show up and why does it show up? Yeah. Security is the responsibility. It's the responsibility of somebody who collects the data to make sure that they can ensure that the data is not lost, that the data is protected correctly and processed correctly. Yeah. It's important to process the data. So privacy regulations, though, are definitely creating the sense of urgency around it, right? Everybody wants to do the right thing, but IT is always understaffed. There's always more things to be done. Oh, yeah. Business always takes precedence. So one of the most important things that we saw in this particular report was the fact that actually 75% of practitioners thought that the data privacy program would be a competitive differentiator. So this is changing the game, right? It's not just about complying and doing, checking the box there to make sure I did all the right things so you can't come after me. Fear only goes so far.
Yes, right.
This is actually about proactive controls. It's making sure that you embrace the right security paradigms to ensure that you look better compared to your competitor. More of your customers want to do business with you because you are responsible. You have all the right controls in place to make sure that only authorized entities see the data. First of all, you don't collect every possible piece of data that's out there. I mean, there is, again, this is where I'm not saying compliance is not important. It's very, very important. From compliance sets the stage. Yes. But the pace at which it is adopted, these kind of controls are adopted, is dictated by good practices. From a practitioner and for people getting into the space perspective, this is a very, very hot area. Every company is going to be looking to hire more people in this space. Yeah. So, but you need to have a certain attitude, a certain approach to this. Again, it shouldn't be just because you want a job and it pays well, right? It is because you really take privacy personally. You feel that you're responsible to somebody else if you are taking care of the data inside of a company. And that's where I feel that it is going to be, a game changer from an IT practitioner's perspective to have exposure to security controls and how to do the right thing, which is, not just, it's not just good business, it's good for business as well, right?
How about some free cybersecurity training resources for you and your team? Just go to infosecinstitute.com/free to get ebooks, training guides, and more than 100 cybersecurity training courses, all free for CyberWork listeners. Go to infosecinstitute.com/free and start learning crucial new skills today.